Hi, my name is Jeff Spindler from MDA Insurance, and today we're going to talk about some new insurance programs and products related to cyber liability and data breach coverage, which are the result of recent HIPAA and HITECH laws that have been passed. The first thing I'd like to talk about are the HIPAA and HITECH laws. If you're not familiar with them, as many people are not, I encourage you to familiarize yourself with what these laws entail, because in most cases, healthcare providers such as dentists, podiatrists, are going to be affected by the requirements of these laws. There's a lot of information that you can find online. I think the best place probably to start is just to simply Google Michigan HITECH laws or Michigan HIPAA laws. There are a number of different websites that will give you resources and information about how these laws might affect you. Our own website at mdaprograms.com, under the Insurance Commercial tab, you'll find cyber liability information and educational resources, which also discuss some of these items and how they're going to affect you in the state of Michigan. I encourage you to familiarize yourself with these laws. Before we start talking about the insurance that we have available, and I know everybody's excited to get to the insurance, but what I would like to talk about a little bit first are the general requirements that you will find yourselves subject to under these laws. Generally speaking, the HIPAA and HITECH laws impose new privacy and security requirements on healthcare providers as it relates to the handling of personal health information and personal identifiable information, and we'll talk about those in a couple of minutes. The second thing that these laws do are give formal notification requirements to your patients or clients if you suspect a breach has occurred or if you find that a breach has occurred. And the final thing that the laws do is impose increased fines and penalties for noncompliance or for willful neglect of these laws. So, taking the last one first, one can surmise that since they're increasing penalties for noncompliance or willful neglect of these laws, that at some point there will be some kind of oversight, some kind of audit as to whether or not you're following these laws. But at this point, we really don't know in the state of Michigan how formal or how frequent those situations might be. As it relates to privacy and security requirements, those are all things that you should either talk to a business attorney about, or again, try to get online and get the resources that you might need in order to become compliant in your office. One of the programs that we offer, and we'll be talking about shortly, does offer a number of resources online that will help you through those steps to become compliant, provide risk management advice, and then to make sure that your staff does remain compliant down the road. And then the formal notification requirements, generally speaking, you are required to notify your patients if you suspect a breach has occurred in your office by mail. Fortunately, one of the programs that we offer will walk you through those steps and will pay for the expenses related to that as well. And we'll talk about the insurance here in just a moment. As it relates to the security and privacy requirements in your office, you are required to have administrative safeguards, which are basically just office policies and protocols in place to make sure that you're compliant with these laws. You're also required to have physical safeguards in your office, which are things such as locked file drawers, passwords on your computers to safeguard personal and health information, protected health information, and then technical safeguards. Make sure you have security in place for your network. You're going to want to have spyware on your computers, the spyware software, anti-spyware software on your computers. You're going to want to make sure you have firewalls on your computers and those kinds of things. So it's an all-encompassing attempt to secure this information. Personal health information, obviously you're all probably familiar with what that is. It's any type of health information that can be related to a specific person. Personal identifiable information is much the same, only not necessarily related to health, but it can be credit card information, for example. It can be things that are as minute as even addresses and phone numbers in a lot of cases. So you really need to make an effort to safeguard all the information that you have in your office that can be related to a single person, patient, or client.